kept it in bounds. Here it is again. Oh!
Here comes Michael Jordan on the drive, 5 seconds. Jordan on the drive, right of the lane, 18-footer. Yeah! Michael double teamed on the drive, in from the left, gets chased into the corner, comes right back. Down!
The look away to Livingston. Jordan.
Clean. Jordan past Petrovic.
We're down to 2, now to 1. Here's Jordan. Yes! He looks, he gives to Jordan. Jordan to the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over.
Chip number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead.
She got a thing for Chanel vintage that dropped before she could speak English. Do you love me and love seeking attention?
What's up, YouTube? It's Jordan. I'm back in the video. I'm going with a big body banger this year 2022 video. Now, first things first, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You're on the road to 3K. You know what I'm saying? Today, I'm the builder in low corner coming at y'all with this Michael Jordan next gen bid video. Yes, sir. This was requested, and you know, I already did 2 Michael Jordan videos. Yeah, 2 Michael Jordan videos already. So this is the last one. You know, we had the first one in current gen, and the second one was also in current gen for the young Michael Jordan. And this is just the next gen Michael Jordan. So, you know, it's the last one of the year for me at least, because, yeah, we're kind of milking MJ a little bit too much. Hey, pause. But, like, you know what I mean? But still, I have fun making this build. I always have fun making Michael Jordan builds because, you know, you have to make him able to literally do everything as a shooting guard, which is a lot harder to do, especially in current gen. And in next gen, it proved to be a challenge, so I had to sacrifice some things like rebounding. But you'll see what I mean when we get there. But I had a good time making it, and I feel like this is a capable build. Like, it can literally do everything on the court that you need it to do. It can shoot, play make, dribble, you know, dunk on people, defend. I can do everything on the court. So without further ado, let's get right into these attributes. So as you see, shooting guard, right hand, you know, that's the logistics of it. But when we get there, so the difference between next gen and current gen is that we can actually make it accurate. So I actually have him at 6'6". Remember, in current gen, I had him at 6'5", but 6'6", I can, you know, have him and have him still have 85 ball handling. I made his weight 213 pounds and his wingspan 6'11", and obviously have him defined. We're making the older Michael Jordan, not the younger, skinny, you know, frail built Michael Jordan, even though he was still athletic and averaging almost 30 a game, you know, as his rookie season and 30 afterwards, you know, but still, we're making the prime MJ build. So yeah, as you're going to see right here, you're going to have the elite contact dunk packages and the pro contact dunk packages. And on top of that, you're going to be able to have pro dribble moves and shoot consistently, especially from the mid-range area. Obviously, Michael Jordan wasn't the greatest 3-point shooter of all time, so that 3-point shot is going to stay at a 75. You know, he could hit the 3, but it wasn't his preference. Obviously, if he was in an era where the 3-point was more, I guess, needed to win, you know, like this era, I think that he would pretty much put it into his arsenal, because MJ was a workhorse. You know, it reminds me of, well, Kobe reminds me of MJ, you know, and if Kobe succeeded in this era, then MJ definitely would succeed in this era, is all I'm saying. He would more than just succeed, he'd, you know, prosper. So, and all that talk, I honestly don't know if MJ would average 40 in this era, because I know that we see that a lot. MJ would average 40, 50 in this era, because Kobe never averaged 40 or 50 in this era. So I feel like his stats would more resemble that, you know, but it's all up to opinion, you can say. But you know, as you see right here, it's like I said earlier, it was pretty balanced. You have a good amount of finishing and shooting badges, and the defending badges that you have are in the right places. As I said earlier, you have to sacrifice defending and rebounding. I said defending and rebound, you have to sacrifice defensive rebound, offensive rebound, but you know, you shouldn't have to worry about that, because you're going to most likely be playing with a big man, and if you have the right positioning anyway, you'll be able to grab a rebound. You see in this gameplay, I finished with like 5 or 4 rebounds, you know, which means that I could grab rebounds regardless. You know, you're not going to be doing a lot of boxing out with this build, but obviously if you're in a 2v2 setting, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to get rebounds, you know, if you end up, you know, switching or something like that and going up against a big man with a higher rebound. But that's what the interior defense rating is for. Now, as you see, you have a good amount of takeovers to choose from, but for MJ, I would either choose a slashing type of takeover or a shot creating type of takeover, and definitely a defensive type of takeover, you know, for your secondary, because MJ was such an amazing defender, you know, all of his career, in terms of his stealing, his, you know, just defense in general. He could play it his heart out. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. That's pretty much the attributes. And you saw the spread, like I said earlier, it was very balanced. It could literally do everything. You see the badges that I equipped. You have pretty much free range to just put whatever you want on it. And on top of that, be impactful. Like with this build, you could be the primary ball handler like MJ was on his team. I said on his team like it's not the Bulls, but on the Bulls. And even on the Wizards, he was still the primary ball handler at like 40. Well, not 40. He wasn't 40. He was like 35, 37. Around that age, he was still like the primary ball handler. So just keep that all in mind. And you see right here, this man is flying. That limitless takeoff Hall of Fame is so underrated. I'm just telling you, you can literally jump out of the gym with limitless takeoff on. And I mean, if more slashes, like if you have slashing in your build, you have to equip limitless takeoff. But as I was saying earlier, I wanted this build to be able to do everything, because for his career, MJ could do everything. Even that 1 year, he averaged like 7 or 8 assists when he needed to, because he needed to. And it just goes to show that MJ was doing everything that he could for his team to win, and he would adapt into his role. He would create his own role, that is true, where he would just get buckets and do whatever, but he'd also do the little things that needed to be done in order to win. He would be willing to, hey, if he needed to average 15 assists, or at a point grab 10 rebounds, he could do it. He could do it at will. It's like LeBron, really. LeBron, if he wanted to, could just dominate and score every possession, but he doesn't need to. That's not how he wins. Especially, well, this year, obviously it wasn't that great of a year for him, but he still averaged like 30.3 points a game. And that's what he needed to do for them to win, because that team was abysmal. That team was worse than the Cavs team that he was on, I feel like, because even then, the role players there were a lot better than the role players on the Lakers. Like really the Lakers, they just have Anthony Davis and LeBron. Like they don't have anybody else. Russell Westbrook is playing like ass this year. He's not playing good this year. Who else? Like Malik Monk is doing okay for a role player, but other than that, they have literally nobody backing up, LeBron. And when AD's healthy, he's good, but that's expected, But he's always damaged. Now, MJ, on the other hand, I feel like MJ has always been, not always, but when he was winning, he was surrounded by a great team. Like those first couple of years, he was not winning at all, but he knew what to do to make sure that they were winning and get to the playoffs at least, like especially that rookie season. He didn't have many players. He had George Gervin, but like other than that, he was still getting to the playoffs and doing what he had to do. 63 points against the Larry Bird team as a rookie, I believe, or maybe second year, just something like that. Something crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, y'all. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 3K. I'm out. Peace.